Hey, violins and violas. This is your first year for All Region. I know I've talked to some of my kids about how awesome All Region is and how much of a great experience it is. But I can't stress enough how much fun All Region is. So if you practice really hard and look at this music a lot and practice, and get really, really good at it, it's a lot of fun. You play with a lot of really good musicians, and it's really fun. You get to miss school for a day. Don't tell anybody I told you that. But if you make All Region, you get to play with some really fantastic musicians in a really great orchestra with a really great teacher. Okay, so we're gonna start with Listen to the Mockingbird. Now, before we jump into actually playing it and looking at everything, I want you guys to just take a peek at some of the rhythms. Now, the very first four notes are something we haven't seen very much of, if at all, okay? The first four notes are called 16th notes. We've learned wholes, halves, quarters, eighths, but we're going to go one more, and we're going to go 16ths. So, what I need you guys to do, I need you guys to clap with me, and I want you to go one T ta. That's all it is. One T ta. Okay? And I'll even pull up my big old whiteboard, and I'll show you one T ta. I hope this is coming in right for you guys, because it's definitely showing backwards on my phone. Okay? All it is you have four notes per beat. Okay? Here's the beat. And all you're gonna do is go one T ta. That's all it is. One T ta. One T ta, or one T ta, two T ta, three T ta, four T ta. That's all it is. Okay? So what I want you to do, I want you to clap along with me. Here's the beat. Ready? And one T ta, two T ta, three T ta, four T ta. That's all it is. So let's take a peek at that first rhythm. Okay? Say it with me. Since it's on a pickup note, it's going to be on beat 4. So instead of saying 1 T ta, we're going to say 4 T ta. Okay? So let's start right at the beginning. 2, 3. 4 T ta, 1, take 2, stop. That's all it is. Okay? 4 T ta, 1, take 2, stop. Okay? Now, what I want everyone to do, I want you to go with me, and I want you to look at the third full measure. Okay? It starts with an eighth note followed by a quarter note with this underneath it. Okay? This is called an accent, which means your bow is going to move just a little bit faster, and you're going to put a little bit more weight in that right hand. Okay? So, let's talk about that rhythm before we go any further. Okay? I'm going to move this down so you can see it on my whiteboard. I'm going to scoot back a little bit. Okay? Now, since we start on an eighth note, okay, it's not going to take up the full first beat. So you're going to go one tay. Because remember, we count eighth notes as one tay, two tay. You're going to start on 1, and the next note, the quarter note, is going to end up on tay. One tay. And that tay is going to cover beat 2. It's going to cover tay, the tay of 1, and 2. So the next eighth note is going to cover the tay of 2, because 2 is right here. One tay, tay. Clap it with me. Ready? And one tay, tay. One tay, tay. Okay? Any questions? No? Okay, let's move on. Let's count the whole measure now. Ready? And 1 tay, tay, 3 tay, 4 tay. Do it again. 1 tay, tay, 3 tay, 4 tay. One more time. 1 tay, tay, 3 tay, 4 tay. Okay? All right. If you need to clap and count that rhythm or circle it in your music, pause the video now before we start playing and mark it. Okay, I'm going to move this whiteboard out of my lap, and I'm going to grab my viola, and we're going to play. Okay? Let's go. All right, let me scoot this up just a little. Corona. Sorry. All right, so like I said, we have a pickup, so we're going to start on beat 4, not beat 1. So let's go ahead and play. Listen to the Mockingbird. Ready? And... oh, maybe I should look at the key signature a little bit. That's a B natural out of B flat. Haha, sorry. That's better. Ready? And... 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. Repeat. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. Okay, now, one thing I'm sure you guys noticed, the second time I played it, when we get to the very end of the first line, it says piano. The first part of this, the entire first line almost, is forte. You really need to make sure that those dynamics are different from each other. Compared to... now, there's a couple different ways you can do that. Less weight in the right hand, for one. Don't dig down into the string as much. So you can get a softer sound. Okay? Move your bow closer to the fingerboard, not closer to the bridge. Closer to the bridge makes it louder. Closer to the fingerboard makes it softer. And you can also roll your bow away from you, just like that. So you're playing literally with less hair on the bow. Okay? So... one thing I did in that wasn't quite correct, that I don't want you guys to get into the habit of doing, there's not that long of a rest at the very end. I said repeat, so you guys could see that there was a repeat there, but the last measure, actually there's only a teeny bit of silence, just an eighth rest, and then you jump right back into the very beginning, okay? So, I'm going to start on the last measure, and I'm going to show you guys. 1, 2, 3. Just like that. And it goes right in. 1, 2, 3. Okay? I'm going to play it one more time without me saying anything so you guys can hear it again. 2, 3. Okay. That's your introduction to Listen to the Mockingbird. Make sure that you're practicing not only the rhythm, but also the bowing. There's a couple little strategically placed slurs in there on beat 4, like the B-A-B in the full measure 3. B-A-B, slur down. Okay? Happy practicing, violins and violas. Good luck.